I came across this fascinating article about why triathletes end up leaving the sport, even though they love it so much. Apparently, 92% of triathletes say they want to compete indefinitely, but many still end up stepping away. Wait, that's such a contradiction. If almost everyone wants to keep doing it forever, why are people leaving? That doesn't make sense, right? That's exactly what caught my attention. It's like there's this huge gap between what triathletes want and what happens in reality. The article calls it going from passion to pause. I thought that was a really good way to put it. That's a clever phrase. So what's causing this disconnect? I mean, triathlon isn't just a casual hobby for most people. It's pretty all-consuming, right? Exactly. That's part of what makes this so interesting. We're talking about people who've made this massive lifestyle commitment. Think about it. You're training for swimming, biking, and running, sometimes for hours every day. Your whole schedule revolves around workouts, your diet, your sleep, even your social life. Oh wow, when you put it that way, it sounds almost like a second job. And probably an expensive one too, with all the gear and race fees. You're hitting on something important there. The article mentioned they talked to 6 different athletes about their reasons for leaving, and I bet the financial and time commitment issues came up a lot. But I'm curious about the deeper psychological stuff too. Like what happens to someone's identity when triathlon becomes such a huge part of who they are? That's a really good point. I never thought about the identity piece. If you introduce yourself as a triathlete and structure your whole life around training and racing, what happens when you step away? That must be really difficult to navigate. Exactly. And the article hints at this idea that understanding why people leave might actually help figure out what could draw them back. It's not necessarily permanent, you know? Maybe it's more like taking a break to reassess. So it sounds like there might be ways to prevent this exodus, or at least make it easier for people to come back when they're ready. Do you think the triathlon community recognizes this as an issue? That's such a good question. I think this research into the 6 athlete stories is probably part of a bigger conversation that needs to happen. Because if 92% of people want to keep competing, but we're still losing athletes, there's clearly something systemic going on that the community should address.